Hi, this is Chris. Today I'm going to chart my watercolors. This chart here is one that I did many years ago when I was first learning to paint with watercolors. And you can see I like to try as many as I could. And then these are ones I did a few years ago with the palette that I use mostly nowadays. And I think that I will do it in my book, mainly because the paper in this book is an off-white, and so the colors don't show as true as they would on a bright white watercolor paper. So I think what I'll do is I'll put it somewhere in the back, probably on this page here, the last page, and I'll do a chart, and then I can refer to it when I'm continue painting in this book. So first we're going to make a grid, and we're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lines. So this is going to be a bit of a small chart. And what I would like to do is use my T-square. This is really an old one. And then my neighbor gave me one she wasn't using. So this is a good one too because it's transparent. Maybe I'll use that one. And so I want to pencil out 10. And this happens to be 15 centimeters, so that would be easy. I could do 1.5 centimeters, and that would give me 10, right? I'm not real used to working with centimeters. So I want a pencil that's not too soft, so I'll use this one here. So let's see how I want to do this. I think I'll give myself a border on the side. I can do that down here too, and then I can just connect the dots. How easy is that? I need to put something under it to lift it up. Well, I think my phone is probably just the right height. Oh yeah, that works. Got my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Then I want to go horizontally. So I think I'll just make them square. Now I want to put the names up here, and I want to put the names down here. So by the way, I wanted to mention, when your colors get low, don't throw them out. There will be all kinds of paint inside these tubes, and you can open them up. As long as you're not painting full sheet watercolors. If you're painting like in a book like this, there's lots of paint right in there. And this tube dried up. It's pretty old, but that paint is still soluble. I can peel that back and use that. So that's one thing I like about watercolors, is you don't have to throw anything away. Oh, I'm looking out the window and it's snowing. That's why it's so dark in here. Alright, that's some pretty tiny writing. I use my drafting pen. It's a .40 Rotring isograph. And now I need a nice bevel edge ruler. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to make my lines. Now the next thing I want to do is, when I'm sure that's dry, is I'm going to erase the pencil lines with a nice soft eraser. I like the Magic Rub by Prismacolor. I'm going to let that sit a while and make sure it's dry. I think I'll use this Robert Simmons number 5 round. So I'm going to start with my pure colors. And I'm going to do a wash. And then I'm going to dilute it as I go across. Now I'm going to do the same thing coming down this way. And then I'll come back when I'm done with that. So if you're wondering why I have my colors in this particular order, these colors here are more opaque and these colors here are more transparent. So I just decided to put them in my palette that way. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the Cad Red with the Alizarin Crimson and put it in here. Then I'll mix the Cad Yellow Pale with the Alizarin Crimson and put it in here, and I'll just go all right down this panel mixing the colors. So I'll continue doing this one, see what comes out. Should be pretty when I'm done. I've finished the chart. Now if I wanted to, I could go in here and I could take a stiff bristle brush and I could scrape off just like a little bit of dampness. I could scrape off like this. And then I could see which the paints are staining, which come off easier. So that's one way that you can make a color chart for your paints. There's all different kinds of ways of doing it, like I showed in the beginning. This one where I just painted circles and then I scrubbed the paint off, and then here I painted over India ink so I could see which ones were more transparent than others. For instance, this cadmium yellow pale is more opaque, and this lemon yellow is more opaque. And I think this is Scarlet Lake. That's more opaque, and burnt sienna, and cerulean blue. So you can learn a lot about your paints doing that. I don't think I ever actually finished this color chart. I think it's just like pure pigment and then watered down each one, and then here it's mixed with different colors. And then this one, where to find the opaque, I did little ink sketching and then painted over those to see how opaque it was. And then I did like I did here and just scrubbed out some to see if they were staining or not. So try a color chart and you learn a lot about your paintings. I'll do a close-up of this and you'll be able to see how some of the paints are opaque on top of the other, and how some are more transparent, and how some of them sort of blended together. And I just started in the corner and put some wet paint and then added wet paint to the other corner and let them sort of mingle and blend and do their own thing. There's a real pretty one right in here, and this one here, and just gives you an idea of what the paints can do. So thanks for watching and have a great day painting. Bye-bye.